Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 11.2. I can't remember, 11.3.2. And where we left off, we were advancing, or we were getting ready to advance the Soviet Union, and we have begun this offensive. So, we have a general... the Germans took a couple of provinces up here, but in response we have launched an absolutely massive counter-offensive. Now this counter-offensive is predominantly focused on Cherkasy, and we are moving down to try to encircle the area around Kryvyi Rih, and we've got a follow-up attack happening down here as well, so I'm hoping that these two pincers will meet up and then we will be able to encircle and destroy all the forces in this area. Now the real question is can the northern attack also succeed? So we have an attack happening in the north, and one of the things that we are also going to do before we do anything else is we are going to launch Operation Uranus. So this gives us a month and a half of bonuses, quite a bit of fuel, territorial pride, land organization reinforcement bonus, casual trickle back, but hard attack and soft attack. And we're going to do that now. I can see that there's an like an airborne type thing. Artillery, let's get armor. Both of those is fine. And I don't need to let women work in the industry at the moment. I think we can just carry on with things as they are. But yeah, that reinforcement bonus and the like is going to give us a major benefit. Now, the other thing that's happened is we have reinforced the front facing the Japanese. We're still holding our forward defensive line. We're going to need to be a little bit careful that we don't get that one like kind of dealt with. But we've now got a row of units kind of on fairly decent terrain and behind a lake. In fact, we don't need you there. You should go over there, or in fact, you should go up one. But yeah, we've got a relatively decent background here. And our general aim is to try and push through. And in fact, we can see immediately that this is working. Now, we just need this southern pincer to get a move on and break through. Now, mass livestock is a pretty good get for us, I must say. And yeah, we're on to bomb load. So we are catching up on some of the techs that we don't currently have. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the vast majority of you forwards, but I'm going to bring a little bit of additional support in over here. We want to try and hold, if we can, these people in place. See our tanks and things are moving as they should. We can sort out these light panzers, that would be bloody beautiful. And yeah, yet more kind of annoying, frustrating, insert additional words here, rebellions for us to deal with, to be honest with you. Right, range finding equipment, yeah, we can take that away. Get on bomb development. Yeah, our planes are really lacking, but we look like we are going to make a breakthrough in the north, at least in one of those provinces, which is good. Okay, modal's being flatlined. Wonder what that division's made up of for it to fall so quickly. Covering our flanks, which is good. Aiming to try and take back Kiev in this offensive if we can. I can see yet another rebellion. Look, aren't you seeing this this offensive, guys? get that going. 44 level there that we can finish up. Okay, and a little bit more into officers, just because we are going to be dealing with officers a fair amount. Okay, the hammer blow, as I say, will be if we can hurry up and finish this one in the south. That's the key thing. How's this guy going? Torbukin is one hell of a commander, it must be said. Now, can you, my fine gentleman, break through over here? On paper, it looks like the answer is yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move these motorized units over the river as well. We can leave a motorized division behind to act as cover. And then we're going to, well, in fact, rather than you, let's take you, and then you can go there. And it looks like things are going well. I can see that this infantry unit is all that's standing in our way now, which should be a relatively good victory for us if that is the case. Same thing here, just another infantry unit with a bloody ugly looking human in command. Fuck me. Rival has got to go down as one of the ugliest fuckers in the whole army. What army does he... He cannot be German. Oh, he is. Fuck, he's ugly. I've never seen him before. He must be someone I've never used in combat. Fuck. God, what an ugly fucker. And he's bold. Is he bold? He looks bold. A bold, ugly fucker. Jesus. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take kind of all of them. And you guys are going to pin these guys in place. And I think I see a victory nearing over here. 82, 83. Are you immediately able to jump on through? The real question is, can we, like, properly hold this in place? Volodarsk. Yet more rebellions. It's like whack-a-mole in the rear lines. Hundreds of farmers, apparently. Right, so, Nova Odessa would be my general thoughts. Let's build another unit and bring it over. Ooh. All the units. Yes, that field division is not going to do anything. Neither's that one particularly. See some more Italian divisions desperately trying to hold the front. Let's take you that way. Let's take you, and you along. And then bring to bear some of our forces over here. And then our tanks and things we can move around. And I want an easy counter-attack if I can here. What are we attacking with? We've got a lot of infantry tanks and the like that will help crack these units. Won the battle at Nova Odessa. think I'm about to see an encirclement going on here, ladies and gentlemen. So we might be getting kind of 50 rebellions a day, but elsewhere things seem to be going quite well. So, army for these guys, and then I think we got any other, yeah. I think we got an army again. And army for these guys. Yeah, that's fine. Let's provide a little bit of support there. One single German infantry division has organization. Elsewhere they don't. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to push a little bit here. Let's see if we can't push out these guys. Yes, I think the answer is an... Oh, we get veteran army at the same time. Perfect. Now that's what I like to see. That is one hell of an important bonus. Okay, and it does look like we can push through there. This battle's not great, but this one... Chukov is leading it massively. He's a level 8 commander now. What about his... Yaramenko's a level 8. What about Batutin? Level 8 as well. Perfect. We did get a shadow, which is not good. See a lot of 0 chances of reinforcement here. Right, and I think we are closing the ring. Which is good. Right, we've lost the battle at Gravasquad. Oh, okay, that's fine. We can afford to lose that. And hello, Kepler. Provide a little bit of additional support there, please. And we are closing back in on Kiev, which is good. Right, time to just kick the bucket on a couple of units. Now, I can see that the Lebensstarter was there. Now, the general aim will be to try and collapse the front as quickly as we can. And it looks like we will succeed in that endeavour. Want to hold the Lebensstarter in place if we can. I'm starting to see some proper breakthroughs here now, everyone. freed up an absolutely ridiculous amount of units. Now, they do look like they're going to get some of these out, but when we kind of look at overall losses, I can see 4 in combat there. It's about 20 divisions. And we've got to give a shout out to the corps here that's held the only line over the Dniester River, I think, for the entire battle, which is quite something. Let's throw in all of our units that were a little bit beaten up but have had a chance to recover. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And I'm seeing a rather grand victory happening in the north here. If we can somehow pull off a north and a southern victory, I mean, honestly, I will be hugely impressed. And I can see a kind of general river line that we want to aim towards. Right. That unit did take one hell of a battering. So 4 divisions here, total of 15 here. These 6 there, another 10, so up to 20 divisions there that we've managed to capture. Or at least catch out of place, it's not bad. And there'll be worse to come if we can pull off that Army Group North encirclement. That really would be quite something. We lost a battle, that's okay. Okay, and I want to see that unit die. Well done, good. And I can see we've now got a general kind of, yeah, they're breaking all across the front over here now. Ironically enough, it might be a fascist militia unit that lives the longest. Now that really would be a turnout for the books. Okay, and I can see that we are kind of moving on Kiev pretty nicely now. There is a single Panzer Grenadier Division here, which is holding up pretty much all of our forces. But once you take them out of the picture, it makes it a lot easier. In fact, we're about to get a victory here. Meresetskov is about to kick on through, which is good. And where are we at here, Mr. 20th Panzer Division? Von Nobelsdorf. So, retaking some of our resource-rich provinces is not bad. Mass livestock is a really useful one to get back, to be honest with you. That'll help cause some problems to the Germans. It's like the better part of... I'm not even sure how many divisions, to be honest with you, but it's a lot. I'd say it's about between 20 and 30 units that we've managed to get there. And a lot of them got a lot of problems. Okay. Now, are they near our new front? Broadly, they are getting there. Some units here that need to retreat in relatively good order soon. We can start getting you back behind the front. Already falling back into position. Now, the AI never does well with these kind of grand encirclements. They always struggle. Now, where do you go near? So, you've got a free province around, so we can just move them up. Let's just make sure that we keep progressing on all fronts. Because we want to try, if we can, to get to and around Kiev, to surround it, and then hopefully take it back. I think we've just seen a pretty substantive loss here. So we've got another, 14 units there. Chernovsky is beating back this attack. Oh, the Duke of Aosta is here. Ah. Well, he'll wish he wasn't. Okay, so much for the couple of divisions or so that were holding out there. That's a pretty sizable victory. And then let's get all of these units forwards. Start thinking about how we want to hold our new front position. Okay, perfect. We don't really have much by the way of major enemies here. That was pretty effective. So, step 1, reclaim part of Ukraine is done, which is good. Step 2 will be to finish our battle over here. That will be an important one to do, because if we can retake the areas in the north here, in fact there's a lot of Panzer things that, I mean, we're beating them back. Chukov has got about another, oh, and there's energy. Oh, my energy demands. So 44, we can finish that. Air systems. Heavy aircraft construction, yeah. And we got like avionics. Yeah, gyrosite, let's get it. We've got a very outdated air force, but you don't need an air force when you just have all of the tanks. Right, that's the important thing. So you're gonna get there when 6 o'clock. Okay, that's fine. And when are you gonna get there? 5 o'clock. So there's a couple of units left there which haven't responded yet, but let's get some of these moving on up. And we're gonna form a new line based on this river, on the B river. And we're going to try and move so that we've got a line that kind of follows like this. If we can. Now the AI will be frantically redeploying troops, I would imagine. Trying to figure out where best to put units, because they've got a lot of problems probably. Energy. Ooh, Zhangji. Okay, so they are counter-attacking, which is good. They've got a huge army. So all of those things will help us a little bit. Mongolia has a less huge army, but they have a lot of units. So both of those things should stand us in good stead. We've got a fair amount of units as well over here. And yeah, we're losing kind of the far east, but it's not the end of the world, as we know it. And I see that. Step 2. So, we are going to make a swift and decisive move now. Once Auburn's freed up. Perfect. And we're going to counterattack pretty much across the entire front with as many units as we can realistically get our hands on. And Belov's Corps is going to go there. So Belov's Corps, Corpo International is going to go here, as is this tank group, but you guys are going to go there, you're going to go there, and I'm going to take you that way. Right, perfect. General offensive, please. And I can see an amazing breakthrough going on there. And I can see a similar breakthrough happening up in the far north. Okay. That is perfect. That's what I want to see. Now, that one's slightly more difficult. them. We're going to move there to protect the flank. And you guys are going to go like that. And every other unit we have, and believe me, that's a lot, I'm going to immediately move south. Just going to immediately cause the breakdown in their communication lines. We've not completely had it, ladies and gentlemen. After the first failure, this counterattack is coming along quite nicely. And yeah, I just want to reach these rivers. See an immediate victory happening here. Let's get some of these units involved. Start pinning them down. So the Japanese have decided kamikaze, which seems quite early. I don't know if something's happened there that's caused them to do that. There almost seems to be a quick 1-2 punch going on here. Right, second shock army. Everyone attack. We're facing a lot of like units that I would look at and go, we can probably handle that. There's a counterattack going on over there, but yep, they're freed up, so okay, we've lost a battle somewhere, but honestly, not the end of the world. Especially not when we're just holding these units in place. Okay, so Army Group HQ 45. Armpless and capped electronic computing machine. Let's look at the Armpless and capped stuff first. So got an option to kind of improve a lot of our bog standard tank units. Get heavy tank destroyers, which is kind of cool. And yeah, we are lacking a lot of resources. But the aim will be to try and push them back now. And it looks like our kind of dogged attack is finally working. see that there's a kind of general counterattack occurring over here. And our tanks have definitely done a good job kind of smashing through the enemy's front. I quite like having these kind of breakthrough divisions. It definitely seems to help with our units. Okay. Now what I really want to happen is I want a victory over here. Because it's all well and good, you know, crashing through the front line elsewhere, but if they get out, then, you know, that's a problem. So, take half of these units. Better to do like a 50-50 split. Okay, we are not far from Minsk now. Von Witzelben's fighting a very hard-fought retreat, but it's not really achieving anything. A bit of a general kind of cohesion loss across the front over here. We just need this light panzer division to kick the bucket, and then we'll be good. We haven't broken the back, though, is what I would say, of the army. Like, we've definitely inflicted relatively grievous wounds. And our offensive will last just a tiny bit longer, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's kind of a complete victory. It's the first step in the right direction. It's the first time that we've done an advance, let's put it that way, and we can see the immediate impact that it's having. And that cavalry division has held out longer than I thought it would. It's difficult moving through forests and things, always a bit of a nightmare. Okay. Yeah, Operation Citadel, sure. I do feel like we've got another kind of victory in the bag here if we play our cards right. Now the key aim will be to next up do an attack towards kind of Estonia when the time comes. So we've run into some supply problems. Generally fuel, which is not good. We've run the hell out of fuel. But hey, it's not all bad. Let's keep that supply throughput going. Once our units are in spot, we can kind of just let that fuel carry ticking on up. Right, let's take all of you. Move you over there. Let's take the rest on a joyride in this direction. Some few nasty losses elsewhere, but nothing completely horrendous. We can move you up. You're okay. You're in a good spot. Okay, so we want to kind of leave behind a few units. But let's take all of the infantry. Units like that and take them around. I'm not completely overawed by this. Doesn't look like we're going to get quite as many units on this one as we did on the other one. But I'm wondering if we can aim for like Riga and do something into that part of the world, because I think there's an opportunity there, you know. Let's try for it. Let's give it a go. We might run out of steam, but hey, there's no harm in trying, because we've kind of broken through now across a very wide front. Now we've got the Germans off balance. While we've got them off balance, if we could take all of the units up here and do a pretty grand encirclement, now that would be something. Okay, so we've got defense and depth. And yeah, I want armoured upgrades, sure. So we are slowly but surely forming up on that new river position. And we'll kind of use Kiev as a bit of a linchpin, I think, elsewhere. I can see a single kind of, yeah. I can see a single unit there acting as kind of like a stopping point. I think we are coming up to time on an episode. But hey, what an action-packed episode, everyone. So we've managed to capture ourselves, I think, another few more kind of units, or at least broken through and disintegrated a front. I don't know how the Germans are kind of looking after all of that. I would say not great. And I'm already kind of planning something with Estonia to see whether or not we couldn't sort something out there, to be honest with you, because I think there's a pretty major opportunity to do something in that part of the world. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.